We are 2 weeks into the federal election campaign, and it's still very much a three-way race. But there are still 2 more months to go, and that forces the parties to spread out their campaign promises. Vassy Kapelos looks at what the parties are promising so far and what to expect ahead.
2 weeks down, 9 to go. So far, this marathon election campaign has party leaders running.
What's this over here?
Bakeries, selfies, and cows. Nothing is sacred in the battle to get their message out. A battle with no clear winner yet, according to political scientist Jonathan Malloy.
They're all sort of tied in the polls, depending which poll you look at. And so they want to be fairly cautious, I think, at this point, and stick to their existing plan. And that right now that's lying low.
Which likely wouldn't be the case in a shorter campaign, but this longer one forces parties to spread promises out. So far, Conservatives are promising the most: a home renovation tax credit, terror tourism legislation, and extra money to crack down on drugs, just to name a few. The NDP is offering more protection for farmers and to enshrine budget transparency in law.
That's how it's done.
While the Liberals are pledging more money for First Nations education and Senate reform.
How are you feeling, Michael?
Speaking of the Senate, Mike Duffy's trial is making waves. The Prime Minister's former Chief of Staff, Nigel Wright, taking the stand. But Malloy isn't convinced even Duffy will make a dent for voters who are still enjoying the summer.
Only political junkies are really paying attention. You could worry that it's actually going to turn people off the election more because there's going to be so much election coverage, but most of it won't be very meaningful to people.
There's still time for that to change, and Malloy expects it will. Like most marathons, there's a sprint to the finish, so expect this race to pick up in the fall. In the meantime, more bakeries, selfies, and cows. Vassy Kapelos, Global News, Ottawa.